It's time for race number 2 in the Cracker Barrel Double at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The field has been inverted and the clouds have cleared up from yesterday, where we saw a race with drama near the end and a thrilling conclusion. Doge Borkington and Zachary DeLolo have brought out their backup cars and will start on the front row after a wreck late in the going in race number 1. The inverted starting order, of course, also means that the front finishers from last race, Anderson Reed, DJ Reed, Hector Garcia, and Aiden Smith, will be starting from the rear end of the field. They controlled the better part of yesterday's race, so how long will it take them to find their way up to the front of the field? We're about to find out. Green flag is out, we're racing once again at Atlanta. Borkington Hayden's on to lead lap number 1. The pack once again jostling for position behind as they are nearly getting together back there. The 29 sideways with the 25. And somehow they do not wreck yet. For a minute they looked like they were going to anyway. Back up front, 3 Toyotas at 32, the 02, the 03. It's a battle between MW Racing, Mathis Wells, and Thomas Pelagia for the second spot, all while Doge Borkington in the 32 runs it up a little high, along with Pelagia. Pelagia might try and split the middle here. He will. And it looks like it might work out for him. He steals the inside in the process and takes the lead. Colin Teague looking back here. He was pretty strong in race 1, but ultimately got a finish at the tail end of the top 10. Looking for something stronger here today. But now 3 wide with the first race's winner, Anderson Reed, on the bottom. Evan Hunter, your points leader, now by 80 points in the middle. Pre McShane on the inside. And you can fit those 5 under a blanket pretty much, and more are coming into the scene as well. Borkington continues to fall back. Henson making a charge up front. She finished top 10 last race. And now for the lead, Aiden Smith narrowly missed the win last race. Look out back there, contact between the 28 and 86. But Aiden Smith was so close to winning, he could have won it, should have won it, would have won it. But the 12 had a very strong restart, and now he's back to second place. Pre McShane, your new race leader. Every MW Racing car has won this season except for her. She's looking to change that right now. But the 69 drifting up high back there, leaving room for the 86, who is also looking for her first win of the season. Carrying some momentum on the inside, takes second way and clears. Marcus Yepes back into the top 5. He qualified near the front, but he was near the mid of the pack early on, I believe. But now he is entering the top 5 as we speak. Actually, no, he is in the top 5. That's Aiden Smith in 4th right here. But not too far behind him is the 11 of Evan Hunter. He's got an 80-point lead, and just 1 spot ahead of him won't really do much. That'll just close the gap down to 75 points heading into Dubai. And back here, 4 wide. And a lot of these people in this mess were involved in the first wreck earlier in the Atlanta doubleheader, and they keep it straight once again. Hector Garcia, the part of causing the first wreck in the first race. He is back in last after this. But we head back up front. Rose Henson looking on the 04, Pre-McShane for the lead. They are side by side through 1 and 2. Nova Sport teammates Marcus Yepes and Aiden Smith duke it out for third. Yepes is going to clear. Also looking for a bit of vengeance is the 15 of Nelson Reeves. He was taken out of the race pretty much after he got some hood damage from slapping the wall with the 28. Possibly had a car to win that race. Looking to get back up there. Now chasing down Marcus Yepes in the 77. 89 moving a bit down low in the 04, trying to take second away from her. As they go side by side down the front straight with a 15 ping inside the 77 back there. That would be for fourth. Now Evan Hunter, as a result, he'll be on the inside of the 77 through or down the back straightaway now. And the 12 is going to go with the 11 on the inside. Oh, but he's going to put him 3 wide here. Up front, Aiden Smith, side by side with Rose Henson for the lead. And Hunter relegated to the top side, but that's the same place that Marcus Yepes is. Way up high goes Rose Henson. The 04 looking to pass her back. And Anderson Reed could sweep. He is all the way up here in what I believe would be, let's see, that would be 5th right now. After starting in the very back, it was an invert with the finishing results, and now he's already up at the front of the field, but he might be getting shuffled back as he's on the outside. Same with the 11, with the 77, Marcus Yepes. He is now on the inside, pushing the 11 back a couple spots. Now, remind you, the top 10 pays 15 more points than 11th would, so if Yepes were to stay in the top 10 against the 11, who right now stands 11th, it would be a better points gain than just 3 or so regular spots. But as we go back up front, it is still Aiden Smith with the lead, the 04 drifting up just a little bit. The 86 does the same, leaving room for Stephen Colon, who also had a great car yesterday, but taken out in a wreck. The 15 dives it down low on him, trying to take that spot, but the drifts up in the corner, leaving room for DJ Reed, who ran second place. He had the other Reed right in his grasp, but just couldn't get there on the final lap after Aiden Smith was shuffled to the outside. Maybe one more lap and he could have gotten it. But we'll never know. The 04 and 89 continue to battle it out for this lead spot, but it looked like the 89 got a big run off the outside there, leaving the 04 in his tracks. Up high goes McShane. Henson looking like she'll pull to the inside once again. She will. Cullen Teague making a move back up front. Martinez is going to dive it down low. 3 wide for second. Oh, this is letting the 89 pull away, but Martinez seems to have cleared. Now Teague looking to get ahead of this pack here. He's almost clear, but it seems like the 69 will pull down low with help from the 25. And this cluster back here might just allow the 28 to get clear. Free to chase down Aiden Smith for herself. There's a talking point last race that Martinez was behind compared to her teammate Evan Hunter, who right now is leading the points while she is 17th right now and winless, while Hunter has 2 wins. This would definitely shake things up, turn things around for the 28 car. As she dips inside already, there seems to have been a bit of contact back there involving the 12 and 86. We'll have to take a look at that if a caution comes out. But yeah, side damage definitely to last race's winner, Anderson Reed, and that has put Rose Henson behind. The 02 also back here, the 32 10 17 03. And I was going to say, it is Slipstream not having a good day except for Nelson Reeves, but I think Reeves has kind of fallen back as well, back outside the top 10. But they are going back and forth for this race win so far. These two, Martinez and Smith, they've been side by side for a couple laps, trading the spot each and every time. And behind, you see the 25, 99 battling for themselves. The 48 also getting into this mix. But it seems like the packed up nature that we had earlier on has kind of dissipated. And you see now Evan Hunter back ahead of the 77. And in a big way. Marcus Yepes in 12th place. Hunter right now 6th, but getting ready to get passed by McShane. It's okay, he gives up the spot, but that might have consequences with the 29 as he drifts up the racetrack. Checking back in is the 28 continuing to lead. The 48 stands in 3rd right now. And back here they are continuing to get a bit risky. 36 running right behind the 29 at DeLello. And they have spread out between the top 4. Maybe even top 5, but the 04 slides it up wide, giving an opportunity for the 25 to catch. He gets right to the back bumper and pulls to the inside. Smith trying to close the gap. He was pretty much robbed out of the win in the first race of the doubleheader. And once again, he sees the opportunity right in front of him. Your 4th place finisher trying to get 4 spots ahead of what he got last time. He pulls to the inside of Martinez as they fly through 1 and 2. Contact right there. The 04 and 69 get into it. Teammates battle for 3rd place. Cologne and Jefferson. Jefferson up high, Cologne down low. Looks like Jefferson's going to stay there and be relegated back to P4. Another good run through the corner for Martinez. It looks like they both run it up a bit high. Everyone's pretty much doing it. The 25-48, maybe that's where the line has migrated. We'll have to see. Reeves cracked his way into the top 5 for a second, but got passed by Colin Teague. Now the 77 is looking for more spots as he has gotten past Evan Hunter once again. As Hunter on the outside, it's going to be quite entertaining to see how these two end up by the end of this race. And the 28 has gone ahead and stretched the gap. Alright, 5 laps remain here at Atlanta. And right behind Kirsten Martinez is Aiden Smith. Right behind the 25-48. I do not believe their gap is closing between these two. So Smith and Martinez might just have the faster car, or it might be a product of these two teammates fighting out for this one spot. Yeah, they're back, so back over a second. And they continue to battle. 48 gets to the inside of Stephen Cologne and will take the spot away. Meanwhile, Hunter is still trying to catch that 77, trying to keep him in his sights, but everyone behind him throwing everything they've got at this 11 Dodge. And also, it's his car in the lead right now. So, yeah, it's an EKH Enterprises Dodge versus a Nova Sport Ford for the win. And it is the same for the points battle. 2 laps remain here at Atlanta. Might just take a big run from Smith to try and snooker this one away. It could be Kirsten Martinez's day. Probably going to be able to close this one out. Smith just a bit too far behind. They come through the final 2 corners for the penultimate time. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Kirsten Martinez. 89 trying to shorten it up any way he can. 28 up the track, almost in the wall, giving a window for the 89 to pull the inside. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway, and Aiden Smith clears, and he'll take the lead away, and with that, probably the win. And in a final lap turn of events, the 28 goes high, 89 says thank you, and wins the race. And your second Atlanta doubleheader race win goes to Aiden Smith, and there has been some carnage on the final lap, it looks like. And just as it looked like the 28 was a bit too far up front for the 89 to catch, a slip up from Kirsten Martinez gave the 89 a clear opening to take the lead away, and that's just what he did. Stephen Cologne ends up third, a definite improvement after wrecking last race. Looks like Jay Jefferson fell out of the top 5 after getting passed by the 15 of Nelson Reeves, who has a very good run here today. A respectable 4th place finish. That's going to do good for him in the points. He's way back there, looking to try and not stay there. He's looking to dig himself out of a hole. And last race, he had an opportunity to, but once again, things didn't go his way. DJ Reed, 5th place, another top 5. This is going to do well for him in the points. And speaking of the points, behind the 48, who finished 6th once again, the 77 of Marcus Yepes is going to gain 10 points on Evan Hunter, who finished 9th. And between them is the 04 of Pre McShane. The second place finisher, or the third place finisher last race, Hector Garcia, rounds up 10th and rounds out the top 10. You got the 36 missing out on the top 10 finishers just barely. He is 11th place, but still a good solid run to try and dig him out of the hole that was pretty much dug for him in the first few races that were mired by mechanical issues. Goforth 12th, pretty much ran around the big pack all day. And then Rose Henson had flashes of brilliance early on, but ultimately 13th. Anderson Reed with the same, I think they hit the wall. This is going to be a good time to go over that first accident before we head to the final lap crash. So that's where they placed. Zachary DeLillo could not improve upon his first race finish much. He is 15th. Same with Doge Borkington. He finished last after qualifying last race. He qualified on the pole today. Fell to 16th. Mathis Wells, same with him. The 10, the 17, the 99, the 02, all pretty much repeats, except for Colin Teague, of what they got last race. So, very disappointing to see for them. But before we close out this race, we're going to check out what happened to bring out the final caution and what happened with the 12 when he hit the wall. Alright, so here it is. And it looks like the 86 got up high first, and that got the 12 into the wall as well, as he went wide, and probably would have just been another instance of a car going high, but keeping off the wall just barely. But the 86 was there after getting a little bit tight there in the battle that she was having. But just a quick replay for that. Now let's get into the big incident on the final lap. Alright, you're going to see here the 99 is going to go down low on the 29. And the 11 is going to stick his nose in there. He runs up wide just a little bit, forcing the 99 and 29 in the wall. So that's what cost them their spots. But right here, the 02 way behind. He's going to come in right into the 99. And another scary head-on collision that we're going to get another angle of. So yeah, this is how it started. You got the 11 pushing up high. The 99 is going to get the wall. But yeah, once again, two races, two very scary accidents with traffic coming in late. And ultimately, Colin Teague was very lucky to avoid the first accident, but not so lucky this time. One more angle from afar. This is a scary impact for Colin Teague. He slides down the racetrack, and you're going to see it right here. Huge hit. Both drivers shaken up, but they walked away from the vehicles and got into the ambulances and got to the infield care center where they were checked out, and they were A-okay. But this race here at Atlanta, did it live up to the first one? I would say that it kind of holds a candle in its own way. It got a bit more spread out, a bit less chaotic, but it was controlled, yet still entertaining. You had battles throughout the pack instead of one big, clumped together pack formed pretty much everywhere. And this one had its own unique touch that it had, separates it from the first race. And this is what GAMERNR is all about. You saw a close battle to the end once again in back-to-back races, a final lap pass for the win. And ultimately, it's the 89 who was on the receiving end of that last lap pass last race. Now he's on the giving end, and Kirsten Martinez unfortunately falls on the short end of the stick, but still 8 races left. Marcus Yepes, on that note, finished 2 spots ahead of Evan Hunter, trying to fix what happened with the points gap, trying to close back into the points lead, trying not to let Evan Hunter pull away with this title. But next race we head to Dubai. That's going to be very interesting. A street course out in the Middle East. You've got a very different style of racing there, as a completely flat road course with no elevation changes whatsoever, unlike the previous 2 we've seen this season. And look forward to that. It is going to have a very interesting and special atmosphere for that race. Very unique one incoming in the GAMERNR scene. But thank you for watching this race at GAMERNR. We'll see you next time.